And the descendants of two Australian men who sailed off to fight in the First World War in France have been contacted out of the blue about letters they wrote on their voyage there more than a century ago. Messages from them were found in a stumpy Schweppes bottle washed up on a beach by a family doing some litter picking down under. They managed to track down the men's families. One survived the trenches, the other did not.
Cast away from a troop ship sailing to Europe in 1916, a humble bottle which turned out to be a time capsule. Inside, letters from two Australian soldiers on their way to war. One would never make it home again. It was discovered by a father and daughter clearing rubbish from a beautiful remote beach in Western Australia.
Felicity saw a bottle floating around in the shoreline, and she picked it up and said, "Oh, Dad, this bottle's pretty cool. It's very thick glass and it's got messages in it. We better take it home."
One letter was from Private Malcolm Neville, who said he was having a real good time on board and the food is very good. He said he was as happy as Larry. A year later he was killed in battle on the Western Front. His friend William Harley was wounded twice but survived.
Throughout the voyage, training continues on all ships of the convoy.
Their letters were dated 3 days after the ship sailed from Adelaide, carrying hundreds of soldiers from the 48th Australian Infantry Battalion. It's likely the bottle washed up on land and was buried in sand until freed by the waves.
Then we sat it on the windowsill for a couple of days to dry a bit, and I could see one of the letters was dry enough for me to attempt to get it out, never dreaming that we'd be able to read words. And so I stuck a pair of surgical tweezers down inside and twisted and twisted and twisted until it was thin enough to pull up through the neck. We could not believe that the writing was so clear.
So clear, they could track down the men's descendants.
To have a bottle found 109 years after it was thrown into the sea we think it's a miracle.
It's just blown our family away completely. I've let all my family members know from near and far, and they just can't believe what's happened.
The letters are now on their way to their relatives using a more reliable postal service. Ian Woods, News at 10.